Good morning, geeks and gamers. It is the daily show that happens every week of every month of every year of every decade of every century. And we have the single best clickbaiter in the business joining us today. Josiah Rises. What's up, Josiah?
What's up? How's it going, man? It's good to be here. This is exciting. This is my first time on the Daily Show, so I'm excited to be here.
Yes.
I learned from the best when it comes to clickbaiting. Okay, just keep that in mind. All right.
Hey, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. Okay. Oh man, but good to have you on, man. Obviously, we're always around doing G&G stuff and crushing it on your own channel as well, playing video games with us. So good to have you on so we can talk about the disaster known as Indiana Jones 5.
Dude.
Oh my goodness.
The fact that I have to go see this movie tomorrow just makes me hate myself, to be honest. Like, I'm not looking forward to this movie at all. I know it's going to be a disaster.
Yeah, I don't have any like level of interest, and I might go try to check it out this weekend. I'm gonna be back in Pensacola this weekend for some family stuff, but I just don't have any desire, man. Like this movie isn't DOA. It was never even alive to call it dead. You know what I mean? Like this is trash, man. And we're gonna talk about all of the shill articles out there, and they're trying to justify it so much. It's not happening. Stop trying to make it a thing. It ain't a thing. It ain't never gonna be a thing. And unbelievable. We got a few people here. I saw this guy, the son of Jarrell, says, didn't you make the same video all week? Yes, motherfucker. What are you gonna do about it? And I'll keep making Indiana Jones videos for as long as it's relevant enough to get me traction. My question is, what the fuck are you going to do about it? That's my question. Not a damn thing. You can type a little harder, okay? You can even put all caps in your next message. It ain't going to stop me from talking about the disaster known as Indiana Jones. So thank you for your concern. Thank you for your concern. Brendan says, saw Indy 5 last night. It was garbage, but the soundtrack goes hard. Hey,
there you go.
That's not bad. That's not
Maybe
bad.
I'll just listen to the soundtrack and
the
entire movie.
Yeah, I heard that. We got Josiah, Jeremy, OG, G and G. That's right. The OG's in the house.
OG, man. It's almost been 10 years since I've been involved with Geeks and Gamers. Isn't that insane?
I've been here for a long time, man. You have seen it. You have seen all the ups and downs. You've seen the evolution of Geeks and Gamers. A lot of people think it just started in like 2018 when we started getting traction online. That's not it, man.
Oh, man.
Been here for a long time.
Long time.
Did someone leave Hollywood with Josiah here today? Josiah's part of the initiation now. All we do is get roasted. Whoever's on this show gets fucking roasted. That's all that happens.
I love it.
That's all that happens. Gremlin for 50 says July American Pride Month. Yes.
Nice.
Let's take back America.
Dude, I went to and bought like maybe like almost $700 worth of fireworks the other day. It was so awesome. It's gonna be awesome. So
hell yeah, man.
And no one else in my family buys fireworks. They're all like, I don't want to spend money on fireworks. I was like, but you'll be there to watch them, won't you?
Damn right. Damn right. Hell yeah. Thank you, Gremlin. Appreciate you, buddy. And yes, look, man, we're at a turning point right now in the culture and society and everything. People have had enough. People have just had enough. And I mean, with the recent reports, we're going to talk about this here in just a minute, but with recent reports of Disney's disastrous box office over the past year, and then now we're walking right into Indiana Jones 5. It's all over the place. It's obvious that people are rejecting the nonsense going on. And
more people are speaking out about it too. Like there are people that have been speaking out about some of the insanity that's going on that I never would have imagined would have been speaking out about against it and stuff. And I think that, you know, at the end of the day, there's a lot of people that believe the same things that we believe that have the same values that we have, but a lot of them just kind of went along with the flow of what was going on with the culture. And now they're just like, okay, I can't do this anymore. You know what I mean? So it's crazy. It's awesome.
Yeah, it is. It is awesome to see, and I'm happy to see it. Alec Baldwin's finger, who don't miss, says Josiah left Hollywood to be on Geeks and Gamers Daily.
That's right. That's right.
He's gonna have a much better time.
I should go to Hollywood just so that I leave and then I can make a video about it.
Honestly, that's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea at all. That's really good. Who would you cast as new Indiana Jones? I mean, that's
Phoebe Waller-Bridge, obviously.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, the obvious answer is, you know, Chris Pratt. But I mean, that's just such a cliche answer at this point in time. My answer is nobody. I wouldn't bring Indiana Jones back. Leave it be. Exactly. Leave it be. And make new shit. Also, what we've learned recently from the casting of David Cornsweet, I think is his name.
Cornsweet.
The guy that's the new Superman.
Oh yeah. He has a super weird last name.
Yeah. He like casting unknown people that have the right look and the right mannerisms is definitely a good way to go. I didn't know who Henry Cavill was when he got cast as, you know, Superman. I mean, maybe I saw him in a couple things, but the name itself meant nothing to me when he was cast. I was like, okay, he's an unknown. He looks the part. And obviously he's become a star, a big time star. And he was unknown. So it's better to cast unknown people than anything. So
I know that there's a lot of people that are excited about the new casting. I can't get over what they did with Henry Cavill, and I think it's still a really dumb move what they did. To be completely honest, I never was a huge fan of Superman, but when they brought Henry Cavill on and everything else, that's what really changed the character of Superman for me, and I really enjoyed Man of Steel immensely. So
you're gonna try to start this one? You're gonna get this one started? Really? It's too early for that shit. But
too much
I will
bait?
say,
Okay.
well, no, what I'll say, it's nice that you say, like, I was never a fan of Superman until Henry Cavill, and that's good because Henry Cavill isn't a good Superman, so it just proves my point. You know, normies, you know, that don't know anything about Superman, you know, suddenly love Man of Steel. So Daniel says, no, the soundtrack is a cut and paste job.
Oh, controversy in the chat about soundtrack.
There we go. There we go. Chef Nick Nero says Jeremy always used to say Josiah was his brother for the longest I thought it was true. LOL. Josiah got a script for you, bro. Chef Nick Nero's got a script for you, man. For Epic Birth.
So I don't want to say too much, but we might be working on something with Nick Nero in the future for Epic Birth, and it's gonna be lit.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. Love to see that. Love to see that. Well, we're gonna appreciate you guys. We'll get into the rest of these here shortly, but we got to get right into the top story of the day, and the top story of the day is, of course, Indiana Jones and the disaster known as Indiana Jones, and it's gonna be bad. It's going to be bad. It's not surprising to anybody, but here is where we are heading right now. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny to whip up 140 million global opening. Wow, what an interesting headline that is. Just nothing about the fact that this movie cost $300 million to make. Nothing to say, hey, this movie needs like 300 to 400 million opening weekend worldwide to even start to talk about breaking even. No. Just trying to present that picture right there. $140 million opening weekend, you know, and that's from Deadline. Go ahead, Josiah.
I was just gonna say it's funny because a lot of times if a movie is going to be successful, they usually just talk about like the domestic opening, but here they have to lump in everything to make it look like it's gonna be a bigger number than what it is. It's so stupid.
Every single time, man. And you got Collider here. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny eyes impressive box office debut. Really? Are you kidding me, dude?
Man.
Come on, man. Like this is embarrassing at this point. Come on, man. Impressive box office debut. This is straight up manipulation right here to try and make the audience, the general audience, just think like, oh wow, there's a new Indiana Jones movie. It sounds like it's doing really well. We got to take the family out to go see it, you know? And
exactly. Yes.
Let's see, Variety. Now they finally at least acknowledged it. Indiana Jones 5 to lasso 65 million domestic opening. A decent start, except for its huge $295 million budget.
It's not a decent start. What are you talking about?
It's not even close to being a decent start. That is a horrifically bad start.
Oh man, the way that they coddle Disney is ridiculous, man.
Bro, 65 million is lower than Solo.
Oh.
That's how bad that is. It's lower than Solo. Oh, this is not good. This is terrible.
Man, Disney just loves to lose money, apparently, man. It's so ridiculous. And we have some other, obviously there's been kind of some stories going around recently about how much Disney has lost on their past 8 films. $900 million plus right
there.
Because of their last 8 films.
Right there. Like, box office analyst, and shout out to Valiant Renegade, estimates Disney lost $890 million on last 8 theatrical releases. Now, Josiah, I was told that angry YouTubers were just making this up about Disney losing at the box office. That's what very, very qualified Twitter accounts with pronouns in their bio told me.
Super fringe YouTubers. Super fringe YouTubers. Yes, not relevant at all.
Not relevant at all. And I was just told they were making it up for clicks. They were just because it's popular to hate Disney. It's easy to hate Disney. So these angry YouTubers were just making up the disaster at the box office for Disney. It had nothing to do with, I don't know, Lightyear losing $200 million. It had nothing to do with Ant-Man losing money. It had nothing to do with Thor Love and Thunder. I don't think Thor Love and Thunder lost money, but it barely broke even, I think.
Yeah, exactly. Which is bad for Marvel. I mean, just look at what Marvel was in the past and how much money they made with every single movie they released. And now we're at a point where Marvel can barely break even. So, yeah. That shows right there where we're at.
So the question is, and there are a couple other articles, and you start to see some of them are admitting it finally. Indiana Jones 5 opening weekend projections spelled disaster for Harrison Ford's swan song. Yahoo says Indiana Jones won't reverse Disney's recent box office woes. And then ultimately we get here to I think it's a Screen Rat. And how much did Indiana Jones 5 cost to make and what box office it needs? They're still being a little they're being a little easy on them. It says Indiana Jones needs to make at least 800 million at the box office to succeed. I think it's closer to 900 million, and some are saying up to $1 billion that this movie needs to make to break even.
This movie's not going to come close to
not
even close.
This could lose $200 to $300 million for them.
I honestly, I think it's going to be closer to that 300 million mark, to be honest. So, yeah,
this is amazing.
But it's a decent start. It's a decent start for the movie, guys. Yeah,
decent start indeed. So the question about this, and I've already talked to some people that have seen it. We've got some people in the comments that have already seen it. This movie, from what I am hearing, is worse than Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Now I haven't seen Crystal Skull since the first day it came out in theaters. I watched it because I was excited, and maybe time has been nice to that movie. I don't know. I don't remember. But I've heard it's worse than Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. And
even the critics are reviewing this movie and rating it worse than Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, which is pretty bad. Pretty bad.
Well, so they released this film at the Cannes Film Festival, and I guess they were hoping that they were going to get a lot of people talking and gushing over it, and ultimately they walked out of it. Even the shills were like, yeah, this movie's not good. Not good at all. And I heard John Campea yesterday on his show basically trying to make excuses for why this is happening. He goes, before the Cannes or whatever it's called film festival, the interest for Indiana Jones was everywhere. He's like, I heard in theaters every time they just played the trailer, there was excitement and clapping. I'm like, no, there wasn't. No,
What?
there wasn't. There has never been excitement for this Indiana Jones movie. Old as Harrison Ford, there has not been excitement. That is a straight up, that is BS. That is the same thing as these headlines talking about how this is a decent opening weekend. Chat, do you remember at any point in time being there an excitement level? There wasn't even an excitement level for Top Gun Maverick before it came out. It was only after it came out and the word of mouth picked up. Top Gun Maverick wasn't something that people were just anticipating. I've talked about this many times that if you look back on Friday Night Tights, and we were talking about Top Gun Maverick, and we put a poll out on Friday Night Tights, and it's just Friday Night Tights. I get it. Like, it's just one sample size. But my point being is we did a poll on FNT, and it was like 40% said yes, they were excited for Top Gun Maverick. So it was like 60% said no, I ain't seeing this. I don't give a shit. And a lot of that was because a lot of people felt that Top Gun Maverick was going to be a story of Tom Cruise being older, Maverick being older, a woman going to come in and do a better job. That's what everybody was expecting. Word of mouth spread that. So the idea that Indiana Jones 5 was facing any type of positivity prior to the film festival reviews is just nonsense.
Yeah, and even that, I mean, you know, what John Campbell is saying there is completely anecdotal. Even with Friday Night Tights doing a poll on it, that is a metric. You can still look at that as a metric over just saying, oh, every time I go to theaters, people are super excited about this movie. It's like, what? That's complete BS, dude. I mean, you can say whatever you want, you know, like I could be like, yeah, every time I went to the theater, like the entire crowd stood up and clapped every time that Elementals trailer was showing stuff. But it's like, okay, that doesn't mean anything. Let's look at the actual numbers of what's happening with this film, and let's actually judge the movie based on that, because that's where you can actually find the truth of what's going on here.
Absolutely. Very well said, sir. And yeah, and then now, so we basically, Indiana Jones is everything that people were concerned about with Top Gun Maverick being, you know, because again, we didn't know much about it. We're in a point in time where every time we've seen a movie come out, it's about an older star and he's being talked down to and treated down. He's not respected. And that's essentially what Indiana Jones 5 is now. So
and this is the second time that's happened with Harrison Ford under Disney's watch as well. I mean, we already had Han Solo. We saw what they did with Han Solo, and now they're just doing the same exact same thing with Harrison's other iconic character. It's crazy, man.
It really is, man. And the speculation will turn to, is Kathleen Kennedy going to get fired over this? Yada, yada, yada. I've been through that one more times than Josiah's put Tom Hanks in a thumbnail. Okay. I have been through that one. I've covered that story a lot. And I finally got to a point where I'm like, I'm out. I don't think she will ever be fired. I think she will quit when she's ready, and they will give her a very proper send off, because that's just, she knows where the bodies are buried. She knows all their dirty secrets. I don't think so. I just don't see any scenario where that happens.
And there's even that clip that was circulating a little while ago about Christopher Lee talking about like, this is exactly what happens in Hollywood. These producers, they continue to put out garbage, and they continue to just, you know, fall upwards. That's all they do. And that's exactly what's happening with Kathleen Kennedy. You know, people can continue to wish that she's going to get fired. I don't think it's going to happen. So
nope, not at all. Shout out Yellow Flash. I see you in the chat, buddy. And yeah, Yellow Flash says the same thing. Nope, she will leave when she wants. And that's just the fact of the matter. And yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stories out there about it. And again, full disclosure, I covered a lot of those stories. I was on the, I was doing it out of hope. I don't do the I'm reporting on this stuff. I was doing it like, there's no scenario where this woman should keep her job. You know, that's basically how I was looking at it. Last Jedi failed, Solo failed. You've broken the fandom. You've broken the franchise. There's no way that this person should keep their job after what they've done, yada, yada, yada. And after Rise of Skywalker came and went and lost 50% of the audience, I looked at it and I said, this bitch is never going anywhere. It doesn't matter what she does.
Yeah.
So I don't think Indiana Jones is going to be the end of her either.
She's essentially killed Star Wars, and not even that was enough to get rid of her. So,
so this really, and so killing off Indy really doesn't matter, because I mean, it was already dead as it was. It wasn't like people were looking forward to it. And but So you're gonna go see the movie on? You're gonna see it this weekend?
Tomorrow, yeah. Yep.
See, I still gotta go see Rise of Beasts. So
Rise of
you
Beast.
liked it.
I liked it, man. I liked it a lot. Yeah, I had a really good time with that. It was the only decent movie that came out in the past I don't know, month or so. So
well,
yeah.
so okay, so you tell me this. So you got out of the Transformers movies, which ones have you liked and which ones have you not liked? So I can understand where you're coming from.
So I liked the first one quite a bit, and then after that they just continued to go downhill. I think that getting rid of Michael Bay was one of the best things they could do for the franchise. I really like Bumblebee a lot. I thought that was like a good return to just like telling good stories and having good characters and all of that type of stuff. And then Rise of Beasts is probably it's either that or Bumblebee. One of those two would definitely be my favorite in the franchise.
Okay.
Right now. So
well,
yeah,
me and you're on the same page on that. I liked the first one and I loved Bumblebee, and the others I hated.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, exactly.
But obviously with the little thing at the end, the reason I really wanted, because I was not looking forward to Rise of the Beast. I was like, oh my god, this was another garbage Transformers movie. But obviously the tip at the end, I want to see exactly, like, I want to get a feel for this, kind of universe and what they're trying to do, with what they're going to do moving forward.
It's pretty cool,
and,
man. That little bit at the end is super cool. I was kind of blown away by it.
Yep.
I was kind of in the same boat when I was going into the movie. I had no expectations, no hype, nothing, and I left very pleasantly surprised. So it was good. It was a good time.
All right, so there you go. I guess I've been trying to go see it the last couple weekends. I just keep getting busy, but I'm going to try to set time aside this weekend to definitely go see it. But yeah, that's the latest on the Indiana Jones situation. And again, as we pulled up earlier with Indy, getting ready to just, lose hundreds of millions of dollars, it's going to add to the story. And again, shout out to Valiant Renegade, but it's just going to add on to what has been a complete and total disaster for Disney in the past year. And how long can this continue? I don't know. How much more ESG money are they? How much more ESG, revenue are they going to have? Because clearly they can't continue to survive this. Everything is being affected by what they're doing right now. And as you know, we do have a theme park channel here at Geeks and Gamers, Park Hoppin', and trying to check out exactly what they're doing at the parks has been pretty interesting. Shout out to Drunk 3PO and Krista Nova. And, because the parks rely on successful movies to an extent. And that was a business model that Bob Iger introduced. It wasn't always like that, but Bob Iger kind of has this whole mentality of like, well, we have to create these, we have to put these IPs in the parks and then make films to make people see the film and then want to come to the park. Well, that's not working. Who's going to go to the park to see a Strange World attraction? Nobody. Who's going to go see anything with Buzz Lightyear at this point? I mean, there's a nostalgia for Buzz Lightyear, but people just aren't going for that reason. And so it's having an effect on their parks. It's having an effect on everything. So how much longer can they sustain this? I don't know. Nobody's going to see damn Galaxy's Edge based off Star Wars. I'll tell you that much right now. Have you haven't been to Galaxy's Edge, have you?
No, nope.
It's horrible. Is
it really?
So bad. It is so bad. And I say that as somebody like I'll call balls and strikes all day long on stuff, but especially at the Disney parks. I mean, I think Disney parks are phenomenal for the most part. And especially the Avatar, Land of Avatar, the Animal Kingdom. It's phenomenal. It's incredible. Toy Story Land's pretty cool. A lot of the expansions they've done at the parks, and again, haven't been much in the last few years, but a lot of the stuff they've done is good. Galaxy's Edge is a disaster beyond belief. And since we're on that point right here, just to show you, because Galaxy's Edge is so bad, okay? But I've shown this before, and but I have to show it again because it's what could have been. You know what I mean? It's what could have been, and it just shows you how far that they have fallen. This is what could have been right here. How could you tell me you wouldn't go see this? If you saw this right here, Josiah, you would be in Florida immediately. Right here. Check this out. Galaxy's Edge looks like Iraq. Okay. And this is what a fan made of what a Star Wars theme park could look like.
Dude, can you imagine?
Oh
Can you
my,
imagine how amazing this would have been? Oh yeah,
it's
they got like all the different like they have Mustafar, they have like all these
yes,
different areas and stuff. Yeah, that's super cool.
yes, and it's in the shape of the Millennium Falcon.
Uh-huh.
Like
Dude,
that's incredible.
that's amazing. That's
I
amazing.
know. Like
Yeah.
it's so frustrating, bro.
To see this type of crap and know that this is what the fans could have gotten, and then look at what we have now. I mean, you know, that Galaxy's Edge is where they have like the whole stupid like what is it? Like I don't even know. I think it's like a hotel or something, but they have like Kylo
It's
and Rey, and they do
oh,
like
it's
their
shut
stupid
down. It's shut
fight. Yeah,
down.
they shut that down and
Yeah.
everything.
$1 billion project and they shut it down. God, man.
That tells you
This
right
is
there that fans do not give a crap about anything that they're doing with Star
this
Wars.
would have been this thing would have been packed out every single day of every single year. This would have been incredible. And this was what I was imagining when Disney bought Star Wars. I was like, this is what we're going to get. We're going to get an incredible theme park. No, we literally got Iraq with no fucking Star Wars characters. Vader's not there. You know, Luke's not there. It's awful, man.
Yep.
So,
Yep, exactly.
So frustrating. So frustrating.
It is very frustrating. And then we have like, because of everything that's going on, we have Tom Cruise now having to come out here to promote these films and stuff. Like this is where we're at with Hollywood right now. They got to bring out the man himself.
The man himself. Yep.
To try to get people to come to put butts in seats at these theaters and stuff for these different films. So even with Indiana Jones, that's what they're having him do here.
Yep.
Try to pull on people's emotions with Harrison Ford, try to get people into the theater to see his film, all of that type of stuff. And so yeah, I mean, I mean, with Tom Cruise, he loves movies, he loves making movies, and so I think a lot of it has to do with him once again just trying to keep the theaters alive for Hollywood here. But
he cares about that. He definitely cares about that.
Yep. But you know, when you're at a point where you need to bring out Tom Cruise to try to promote your film because you know that no one's going to go see it, you know that you're messing up.
Yes. And so it's interesting. So the Indiana Jones is going to flop massively. Even Tom Cruise can't save that. This Barbie versus Oppenheimer is about the most drastic box office matchup I've ever seen. I tend to believe Barbie will do more. And I don't think Oppenheimer's expecting to do anything massive at the box office. I mean, I think it'll do good. And I've talked about this a few times. It's just not a film that's going to do $1 billion. It's just not built for that.
No,
Barbie can do $1 billion. I don't know if it will, but it can.
I think it'll get pretty close to $1 billion. I don't know if it's going to break $1 billion, but I think it'll get fairly close actually. So, yeah.
But yeah. So of these three films, Indiana Jones should be the number one film of all three. It ain't gonna be. It ain't gonna be at all. And if you were to predict, if I was to predict what the box office would be, it would be Barbie first, Oppenheimer second, and then Indiana Jones will be third.
Yep, that's what I'm thinking too. Yeah.
Yep. Hey, we have someone joining us, Josiah.
Oh, snap!
Somebody you might know. No, it's not Ryan. I saw someone says Ryan looks. Yeah, here it is. Ryan looks less racist today.
Do I smell a Canadian bear coming?
You might smell a Canadian bear.
Yep, I smell him.
Welcome to the show.
Came as fast as I can.
I
see Josiah. You guys were struggling.
What's up, Jay? How's it going, man?
Oh, that's good. Hope I didn't crash your party.
No, not at all.
Saw a link sent. I was like, I think the boss says, I need you, man. Get in here.
I called him last night and I was like, hey, you can hop on daily tomorrow because Ryan's gonna cover for me on Friday. And he goes, man, I'm busy. I was like, that's okay, it's okay. And then I called Josiah and I'm like, and Justin's like, of course, let's go. I was like, all right, cool. Yeah, and Jay's like, I'm gonna hop on later on. And I was like, we don't need you, but okay.
I had a little engagement this morning, so it's done.
Look at that shirt, though, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that shirt, okay?
Man. Jay is all decked out. He's ready to go.
Glory. You can get that shirt on 9line right now. Sell it, Jay.
9line Apparel. Help some veterans pick up an Indiana Jones shirt. from there. It's the Fortune and Glory shirt. It's only available for about 10 more days, I think, and then it's done.
And it's
So,
done.
Pretty
It's
cool. Over at
it's over.
99apparel.com. If you use code DRUNK3PO20, you'll save a lot on shipping. So
you're a big Andy fan. As we close that topic up, we've talked about this obviously a lot here on this show, but what's your expectations going into this movie?
it's the Last Jedi all over again for Indiana Jones fans. I will say this though. What's crazy to me is that so I'm going to use Peter Soretta, my favorite person of all time, the guy who always shills for Disney, the guy who loves everything, including their $40 ice cream and their Galactic Star Cruiser. Of course, he got to see Indiana Jones early, and he said, just like everybody else, like, loved the first 30 minutes. The rest, I just kind of liked it. That's all he said. But I didn't love it. The fact that he's saying that is shocking because this dude does not want to lose his access. This dude is like he never, like, anything that comes out of Lucasfilm is 100% amazing. And the fact that he was like, I like the first act, but that seems to be the trend. It's like the first act is amazing. The first act is Indiana Jones. The first act is James Mangold at his peak, I guess. And then soon as the woman enters in, the train wreck just goes, man. Just goes. So
every single time.
Yeah.
When are you seeing it, Jay?
Me and my brother going to Applebee's around 6:00, and then we'll probably I think those tickets are good for Fandango, and according to the Universal Studios movie theater, none of them are sold out, so we'll probably just take them there to
Wow, I'm shocked by that.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing too, you guys might have mentioned this, so you could just shut me up, but here's the thing too. I don't know what they're thinking. Indiana Jones is a character that was established in the 80s, and it had that one last movie. What was that? 2003 Crystal Skull, or 06, whenever that came out. And then they did absolutely nothing with the character.
Nothing.
So how, even if this movie was good, I still don't see the younger generation caring enough to go see the film. That's the biggest thing. It's like, you have to understand, there was no books, there was no comic books, there was no re-release of stuff. I think they did release Raiders a month ago, but it wasn't even hyped up. People had to text me they're showing Raiders here. That's weird. And it's one of those things. So that's another failure where it's like you're taking a character that was established in the 80s for an older generation, and you expect the younger generation to go as if they love this character like they've loved it, for 20 years, which isn't the case. Because a lot of the younger Lucasfilm, I guess you'd say, fan base wasn't old enough to experience these films, or even the last one, to even care about this character. So the fact that they dumped all this money into this movie to think that they have something here that people will love, it's that to me is crazy in itself. It's like one more Indiana Jones, but for who? You have to know who your target audience here. You have to do all the research and understand where are you going to send the money for marketing. Like right now, I shared a video that they're using the PA system in New York City. They were marketing it with Uber. They were showing, somebody would send me screenshots. If you get an Uber, there's a little Indiana Jones it's crazy type of marketing to try to get a different generation that didn't grow up with this character to go see this film. To me, that's
Well, it all comes back to two simple things, really. Actually, just one: is make a good movie, but making a good movie that honors what came before it. So, again, the two examples that I'm going to sound like a broken record for the rest of the time, probably, but the two examples are Top Gun Maverick and Cobra Kai. Nobody was asking for either one of these. Nobody. It wasn't like we were sitting around going, Jay, 30 years have passed. I gotta know what happened with Johnny Lawrence and Daniel LaRusso. I'm dying to know. And even when it came out, I was scoffed at it. I was like, YouTube Red with the old washed up Karate Kid guys. Who the fuck is gonna watch that? me.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
even with like Top Gun Maverick, I talked about how the excitement level just wasn't there. And
It
not a lot
wasn't
of
there because it was
people,
an older character, but once the movie came out to be
right?
freaking good, it was
Change,
like, you
game
guys got to
changing.
go see this film.
Mhm.
And
Right.
then like the first Top Gun, I think the views just like went way up. Wherever whatever platform it was on. I don't know if it was on Amazon or wherever, but
Mhm.
yeah, you're
And
absolutely
so,
right. Good
yeah,
stories trump everything. You're right.
right, because
Yeah.
like I don't even, while obviously Tom Cruise is a megastar, Harrison Ford is a megastar too, but the same people, I would think Indy is probably a little more well known in this generation than a Top Gun Maverick than Maverick was. So, so the anticipation for Maverick to me was slightly lesser than would be for Indiana Jones in today's generation. But again, if you just make the movie good and if you honor what came before it and give people a reason to have that word of mouth, what you're going to do is you're going to generate conversation with the old guard that knew who this character was, and the new guard's going to go, whoa, man, there's a lot of excitement for this new 80s
Mhm.
film that's being brought back or whatever. And there you go. I mean, again, Cobra Kai had no business being this phenomenon that it was, but it did it based on good storytelling. So
100%.
yeah, but I do agree that not a lot of people, I agree with both of you. Not a lot of people really are like, Indiana Jones isn't in the public consciousness now.
I guess what I was saying was, if they had any hope for this film with a bad story for younger people to try to check it out and maybe see that there hasn't been much that they built up with this character for a younger audience to even care.
Right.
The
Yeah.
only way a younger audience is going to go is if the older audience brings them along with them.
Yep.
Mhm.
I see it all the
Yeah.
time. We talk about
Yep.
Indiana Jones, and people even in my live streams, that are in their 20, 25 or so, like, I haven't seen any of them. It's like, I haven't seen any of these films. It's like, that's a tragedy, number one, but that's just a reality. So
Let me get some supers. Disco Cobra for 50. I had no expectation of the new Indiana Jones movie, and with most Marvel Disney movies, most are burnt out on superheroes anyway, unless we know going in it will be good. Like looking up reviews, reactions. I always check out Jeremy John's review. Yeah, Jeremy John's is best in the business, for sure, no doubt about that. And so yeah, I mean that makes total sense, because if you like Guardians, I talk about Guardians a lot. I loved Guardians 3, but it didn't have that, it had a less than stellar opening weekend based on Marvel movies. It was still behind, but through word of mouth, it caught back up. But it had to overcome that through something called a good movie, which is something a lot of these don't have in common. AFK Bard for 20. Good morning, Jeremy. Welcome, Josiah. I know we're blaming Disney, but I remember an interview where Ford said he wanted them to show Jones old and sad, and at the end he got money, and we got a hot mess. Keep up the great streams. Yeah, I mean Harrison Ford is historically a pretty angry angry old man. So
there's still a way they could have done this film, keeping him old and feeble. Like I said, like to me, I thought it was an easy layup. It's like he has like basically what I say. It's like he has all this government knowledge. He's like found religious relics around the world. Why wouldn't in 1969 somebody just kidnap him, like some country, to try to get all that knowledge out of his brain, and then they've got to send in Short Round to go rescue him. It's a layup, man. You can bring everybody back. You don't have to do anything special. He's old, so it's like he's kind of captured, so he can't do as much as he used to. It's perfect, but oh well.
I ain't as good as I once was, but I'm as good once as I ever was. That's what they could build it around, that Toby Keith song right there.
There you go. Yeah.
Very
That's it, man.
Yeah.
Steel leg of history. I have no idea what you're trying to say here, buddy. If Superman, he did something for me, check your tweet. I don't know what that means, Rob. Do you know what he means, Jay? That's your buddy.
Nope. I have a hard time. People are like telling me, check your Twitter. And I'm like, I don't even see it. Like, I don't.
He also but he did say, I just bought your shirt and hoodie, Jay. Be blessed.
Yeah.
Legend.
You got a hoodie and a shirt?
Legend.
Come on, man.
Let's go.
Look at that badass leg. Yeah. Checking it's, you guys got to do it over and over again if there's like something live you want us to check, because like my mentions are they're not as bad as Jay's, because Jay's a lot more popular than me, but Blue Shell says, speaking of fireworks, will Geeks Gamers Life have a fireworks vlog for Independence Day? Even if you don't buy them, it'd be a fun thing to watch. Steph?
Well,
Steph?
July 4th is on a Tuesday.
Yeah, that's
probably.
the problem.
I mean, it depends on what we do, but yeah, I would like to do that. That'd be fun. I like fireworks.
There we go.
I wish Josiah was here with his $700 worth of fireworks. That'd be awesome.
Maybe I can see if I can get them all on a plane. You know, I'm
there
sure
we go.
with that.
Oh man.
Problem with Central Florida, like around the Polk County area, there's like an alert that goes off on people's phones. They're like, "Hey, don't shoot your gun into the sky. Those bullets have got to fall down somewhere."
Yeah.
You know, people are like, "Oh yeah, better not do that."
No, that's actually true. I was almost killed when I was younger by a bullet. Like that.
Wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It got caught in the car seat coil right behind me.
You know what, Stephanie? Can you explain something to me, Stephanie?
Okay.
Why does no one say hi, Jeremy, with the hard eyes? Why does that never happen?
Because of your beard.
Okay? Thank you.
That's why. It's too big of a change for people.
All right, thank you, Stephanie. I appreciate that. Now I'm insecure. Bye, Stephanie. Bye, Steph.
Bye.
Let's see. This might be geography in a very red state, but I think I saw half of the Pride propaganda I saw last year, hoping that's the trend for most. It's definitely been more backlash than recent years, man.
I think a lot of the corporations are pushing it harder right now than they obviously we've been seeing that with like Target, Bud Light, all that stuff, but the actual like people are definitely taking more of a stand against a lot of that stuff. So,
So I gotta tell you, in the theme parks, it's non-existent right now, which is shocking. It was, I think Disney kind of had something for a week, but last year they did a whole month, and there's nothing, like there's no sign of it. There's a little place in a corner where you could buy like the Pride merch. It's not even close to what it was. And that goes for Universal and SeaWorld. They all did it, you know, and it was like SeaWorld had nothing, man. Like if they did, I had no idea where it was. Universal just kind of tucked everything over in the corner, you know, and Disney just kind of put up a little in the middle of nowhere. You could walk up to this wall that had a rainbow and get a picture. And it's just like that. They were like, let's just kind of. Now California is a different animal, but I'm just talking about the ones here in Florida. I was kind of shocked, like they don't have nothing here anymore. Like they did it for a few days and said, "All right, we're out." Kind of crazy.
I even saw like a story that was circulating yesterday about like Google like canceled some sort of Pride event or something like that because of employees speaking out against it or something like that, which is kind of insane. Like Google, really? Wow. Okay.
All right. I got Robert's tweet really quick. Let's see. Here we go. Let me share that. Okay, here we go.
That intro's so like happy, so like not us.
Well, it's because Ryan's not here.
It's a cute little piano playing, you know.
Yeah.
Wake up this morning and get your coffee. It's time for Geeks and Gamers Daily.
Oh, that's really good.
Oh man, it's so funny. The vibe when Ryan isn't here is hilarious.
I know. We also have 2 days left on our plushies. So Ollie's has our plushies for $6. Good stuff, cheap. So that's the price tag on my mouth. There is 2 days left on the
That's
plushies,
pretty funny.
So it is pretty funny.
Why does Ryan look happier in his plushie than he does in real life?
Oh man,
that's funny.
I fucking love it. You guys are the best. The memers are the best. Bring it back, Sean Patrick Flannery as old young Indy. See, my preference is just not having. Just leave Indy alone. Let's leave it alone. So
yeah,
it's like, there's an ending that's like sailing off to the sunset, and then there's an ending where it's like dead. You know, I think Jeremy Johns talked about that in his video. He's like, there's 3 amazing films. If you wanted to do some extra lore, you know, write some books, you know, do some comics, and you know, there you go.
Yep.
But now that they've beat this dead horse, it's like, oh man.
And really, I mean, if the movie was actually good, then we'd be talking about this differently. You know, I think everyone would be excited that we finally get kind of this closure to Indiana Jones' story and all of that type of stuff. But we're obviously not living in that version of reality. So it's like, yeah, obviously everyone would rather just be in a place where we don't have to deal with this nonsense and what we're getting right now. So
you are correct. Who cares if it's who cares? It's still John Williams popping off on the soundtrack.
Is this his last one?
I think so. I think this is the last one from what I hear, what I understand. So,
well, if you want to hear dumb things that Lucasfilm does, they have a whole Star Wars land where they don't even play John Williams music in it.
I know it.
How do you have a Star Wars land and you can't even hear dun 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 when you walk in?
It's amazing. It's amazing. You saw the clip. Did you see the thing I played right before you got here? The clip that I was showing, not played, but the image I showed.
No.
You've seen it before, but this one's a slightly different one. But I was showing this right here about what could have been. But look at this, dude. Look at that, Jay.
Oh yeah.
And it's in the shape of the Millennium Falcon. Like, come on, man.
Well, the Falcon's right there in the front, like in the
right here.
Tatooine hangar bay. That's pretty cool.
Jeez, yeah, man. Look at how cool this looks, man. You got Bespin, you got Hoth. Look at this. Tatooine. You know?
It's not that hard. It's right. It's already written out for you. I don't understand why it's so difficult.
Kashyyyk.
Look at the Boba Fett or Jango Fett water slide. That's freaking cool, man. On the right side.
Oh yeah.
That is awesome. Naboo, Mustafar, Jakku. He can't stop me. I'm a Jedi from Jakku.
Look at that. They even have they have sequel stuff right there. It's like
Takadana. So
and
then of course all with the Death Star right here. A Death Star / Star Killer base. This would be the coolest thing ever. This is the coolest fucking thing ever.
I'd live there.
I would too, dude. I'd never not go. It's amazing.
Yeah.
If the trailers look good, I'll give Corn Sweat a shot. Everyone should remember Christopher Reeve was a skinny theater kid too before being cast as Superman, and he is still the best Superman in my opinion. He is 100%. Josiah's retarded. Yes, Reeve is the best. Not even close. But I will say, like, for me personally, like, so while I still think that Henry Cavill he should be Superman, and is someone that doesn't even like that version of Superman, I still think Henry Cavill should be Superman. With that said, I personally will give this new guy a shot because he does have the look, and you know, so I'm game, obviously, because it moves us away from a version of the character I didn't like, even though I thought the actor himself should, you know, get another shot at it. So.
Now the question is, even if he does a good job, will the movie actually be good? You know what I mean? So that's obviously the big question.
Where do you, as far as horrible scenes in a movie, where do you rank CGI Christopher Reeves in The Flash?
Oh my gosh, dude, that movie was horrendous.
And it pisses me off so fucking bad. Like it really pisses me off. It's just it's so disrespectful in so many ways. And even having, is it Helen Slater, is that her name, Supergirl, in it too? It really pissed me off. I hated that movie. I hated The Flash. I hated it for many reasons.
I'm gonna be honest. Like maybe this is a controversial opinion, but I actually kind of enjoyed Supergirl in The Flash. I thought that she was one of the better parts of that movie, which isn't saying much because that entire movie was absolutely abysmal. But I thought that she was actually someone that was actually interesting to watch on screen, at least. over
Yeah, I
most
mean,
of the other people.
she wasn't as bad as I anticipated for sure. For me, and again, as someone that's not a fan of Ben Affleck's Batman, I loved Ben Affleck's Batman in this movie. Yeah, I thought Batman was awesome.
Dude, Supergirl gets her butt handed to her in every scene.
Yeah.
Even close.
Yeah,
It's like he comes back, she's dead. Comes back, she gets killed again. She gets killed. I spoiled it, sorry, but whatever. It's like no one watched the movie anyway.
well, yeah,
I feel like
now.
I feel like a lot of that movie was inspired by No Way Home with what they were trying to do with it, and it completely just flopped in a way that I mean they were, because like they did all the cameos and stuff, but all the cameos were, at least when it comes to like the part where it's showing all the different multiverses and stuff, it was just like that was such a bad sequence.
Mm-hmm.
And it was supposed to be like the most hype moment of the movie, and it was just awful, man.
Yeah, it was really bad.
CGI
really
Nick Cage and stuff fighting a freaking spider, like what?
Yeah, well, that was
my favorite part of the movie. Actually,
that was a nod to an old Kevin Smith evening.
That was a meme they brought to life.
Yeah, but they could have done something way cooler.
Oh no, they could have. I mean,
absolutely.
Yeah. No, they could have. I mean, the whole thing was just, God, what a bad movie. What a bad movie.
Dude, there's plenty of people that played Superman that are still alive. They could have just brought them in.
Yeah. Well, they couldn't. Dean Kane's too Republican, so
instead
there's no
of
way
George Reeves, the guy who didn't end well after playing Superman.
Not George. Or George. You were talking about George and Christopher, right?
Christopher had an accident. George Reeves suicide.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
And then suicide.
But they couldn't bring Dean Kane into it though.
That's what I'm saying.
They would rather.
There's Lois and Clark that's out there.
They would rather bring dead. They would rather bring dead actors as CGI than bring a Republican. So, that's just that's where it's at. Unbelievable. Blake says Kathleen Kennedy is a contamination to Star Wars. Jeremy, you're making too much sense. Stop, says Optimus Monkey. Shout out to Drunk 3PO for that one. Indiana Jones and the date of senile. How do you say this?
Senility?
Senility? Like senile. Senile is what you're playing off of. So
yeah.
I was thinking, and I have come up with a solution to help streaming. One of them needs to bring back Saturday morning cartoons for kids with toys. 199. Hey, I think the internet has changed that so much though, because like, dude, the Hasbro channel like just replays the G.I. Joe Real American Hero cartoon constantly now. You know what I mean?
Sometimes I just put it on and just let it. It's awesome.
And so it's like one of those things. So when there's an event built around it, so it's like the only time you could get the Saturday morning cartoon was the Saturday morning, so it was something you look forward to. With the availability of online now, you can get stuff anywhere, you can get it anytime. So it doesn't have that same kind of event situation anymore. I think that's the bigger, deal. Spikefish Network says, how many more flops do you think it will take, if any, to get them to stop?
They're gonna just keep going, man.
I'm at a point now where I don't think they care.
Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah.
And that's kind of why I'm so checked out on a lot of it, is that if they don't care, and if there's no hoping it, if there's no solution, what's the point? And keep just calling it out. Macus says, Jay, that look is clutch. I love 9line. Ordering my shirt. We need more limited designs like that one. Have fun at Dial of Destiny. More like Dead on Delivery. Hail 199 and the Rebellion. There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Spirian for 199 super chat. Jay Salty Taint. I think it's coming to an end. Let's see.
I agree with Jeremy. I think it's just I really believe that Kennedy wants to see this Rey movie come to life. I think she's going to be around. Like, that's her baby. Like, Rey Skywalker is Kathleen Kennedy's creation, her baby, her Star Wars. Like, I could be, I hope I'm wrong, but I just see her outliving all of us at this point. And just, I want to see, and she's going to see this Rey movie. Even though they pushed it back a year, she's going to see it.
Sad but true. Yeah. Sad but true. We got
that's what I think. I mean, it could be wrong. There's writer's strike, actor strike. There's all kinds of things. Next year might be what do we just got? Deadpool coming out next year. That might be it.
Yep.
So everyone's just gonna go see that because nothing's being made.
Did you hear the reports that so in Deadpool, like Ryan Reynolds isn't even allowed to improvise any lines. They can't add anything to it.
Really?
Yeah, it's because of the writer strike. So there's no improv.
Crazy,
you can't add any new dialogue or anything to it. So what's written's written. And of course, a lot of the that is him improving certain stuff. Like even like our that whole scene, big gulps. That's improv. Like that wasn't in the script. So
right.
Well, that's
not
what they
going to be
do.
good.
They let the cameras roll, and he does things over. Like you can see it in the outtakes. Like he just says things over, and then they laugh, and they're like, "That one was a good one."
Yep.
So we'll keep that one.
Real quick, we got to talk about this Polygon story. Did you guys see this on Twitter? Polygon, the hottest Disney animal characters ranked, and a scientific explanation as to why people find animated animals sexy.
That can't be a real art. That's real. Like
it's a real article on Polygon. That is a real article on Polygon. Yes.
Showing a little incest action there in the thumbnail.
Dude,
pretty great.
These people are fucking freaks. This is
everything
sick.
comes back around to sex with these people. It's
I
like
know.
it doesn't matter what people say or do. It just always comes back around to sex. They're obsessed with it, man. Like it's wild, and
that's become the primary conversation, even with this secret invasion thing. I saw like some different things going around of like people talk about like I don't know, like Nick Fury's like secret queer love story or something like that. I haven't even seen the show, but I was like, what is going on, man?
This is insanity, dude. But like. So I think this is we don't talk specific politics or anything here on this channel unless it applies. I think that there's never been a better time than now to play the clip I'm about to play, seeing as this type of article and so much else is out there about what they're doing and they're targeting children and all of that. So this clip right here has never been more relevant to play than right now. So I'm going to play it. This is a little bit of Cobra Cast getting on G&G, but Donald Trump said this.
I will immediately sign a new executive order to cut federal funding for any school pushing critical race theory, transgender insanity, and other inappropriate racial, sexual, or political content on our children. As I said, I will keep men out of women's sports, and I will sign a law prohibiting child sexual mutilation in all 50 states. Can you believe it?
Well,
can you believe you have to say that? I'm going to sign a law to prohibit child sexual mutilations. Can you imagine saying that 15 years ago? People would look around. What's he talking about? That's taking place in our country. It's insane what's going on.
There you go.
No, he's absolutely correct. And I said this many times. I'm like, at this point, I don't care what politician says it. Here's how you win. Leave our kids alone. We're not going to do these stupid 100%. Surgeries. We're going to get this crap out of the kindergarten and first, elementary. Just say that. I'm going to do that. All right, you have my vote. At this point, that's like,
Yep.
And so, now we have.
And they're using animated Disney characters for sexuality now. What the fuck is wrong with these freaks, man? This is sick. And of course, they are getting ratioed.
The Lion King, and they're like, "Ooh, that's a sexy picture." Like,
RGT says y'all need to be put on.
I love it. I love it.
But so they're getting ratioed pretty bad. And they should. I'm gonna be careful scrolling because Twitter.
Yeah, exactly.
Whenever you're ready, you don't have to.
So what now?
This is what Josiah was talking about. With Marvel's Secret Invasion, Marvel misses yet another opportunity to spotlight queer love in the MCU.
Good Lord.
Look at that. They've got Samuel. Of course, they find a picture that
Of course. Same thing was even going on with Elemental, what was the big story about that? Because there's a non-binary character in Elemental, and they just can't help themselves, man. Every single thing that comes out, it's all about that.
You see this? An episode 2 twist undermines the crackling chemistry. What? You know, like here at Geeks and Gamers Daily, we have crackling chemistry. That's why the show is doing so well.
Oh,
Clearly,
I think
we all
of
just wanna-
crackling, man. I think about like Rice Krispie treats or something, you know, in my bowl of cereal. It's like
Yeah.
snap, crackle, pop. Like, what the heck? Crackling chemistry? What does that even mean?
Jesus. What a
Yeah, are they gonna
disaster.
like become chiropractors, you know, while they make out? Like, what does that freaking mean? Like crackling chemistry.
It's supposed to sound spicy, Jay.
Hey baby, you want to go out? I think we've got crackling chemistry.
Crackling
Take you out to
chemistry.
dinner. What the?
Uh,
What does that even mean? Yeah,
And
we're gonna
apparently-
share pop rocks with each other.
and apparently, you know,
All right.
dudes just being pals, you know, that's enough to make it that they just obviously just want to F each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So-
well, I remember the whole scene with Poe and Finn in The Force Awakens. They had
Mhm.
like that bro moment, and they were 100% just friends. That's all
Mhm.
that was. All the weirdos though tried to turn it into this, you know, like, oh, they're gay, and it's like, what? Like,
Yeah.
I never even saw like any kind of hint of that. And the fact that all these freaks did it, and then Lucasfilm listened to it, and then Lucasfilm started kind of like weirdos that were like doing novels would like embrace some of this stuff, and they would put some of the gay fan art out there and everything. And I'm like, dude, are
Mhm.
you serious right now? What the hell is happening? So
Well, I just love the fact that, you know, Raylo, the Kylo Ren murdered his dad. I still love him. You know, that's not a red flag. You know, blows up planets and murders billions of people. No, we could still find the good in him and love him. Are you kidding me? Listen, young lady, if you're dating a dude that murdered his dad, you might want to think twice before, you know, progressing the relationship. That's all I'm saying.
Might be a little red flag, yeah.
Might be a red flag or two. Might be a red flag or two. We got AFK Bart says Jay wasn't here before, so I didn't say hi. Hi, Jay.
Hi.
Can't wait for my book. And hey, Steph, too, by the way, happy 4th.
July 10th,
Happy
man.
4th.
July
now
10th. And freaking hard. We talking politics. I'm aggravated because
Well, hang on, though. Say hi to Jed, too, everybody. Hollywood
Jed.
Scholars
Hi,
here,
hi.
so you got to
All right,
say
I'm
hi
about
to
to
him.
rant. I'm about to
Yo,
My
yo,
hat's-
everyone.
bust
All
off
right.
my head.
Bye, Jed. I got to let Jay rant now.
All right,
so
that's okay.
Bye. Go ahead, Jay.
The
Go off,
freaking
Jay.
federal government decides, you know, we've got to raise the mailing rates because Biden's economy is so good. You know, everything's going great. You know, everything is better and cheaper, according to him, who can't even know. He doesn't even know what year it is. So now, because I'm mailing my books out July 10th, the rates hike goes into effect July 7th. So I'm out of pocket an extra like $1,400 to $1,700 to get these books out. But thanks a lot, Joe Biden.
Yeah,
Things are
thanks
going
a lot.
great. It's
It's
pretty
just
Going
going
great,
wonderful.
man.
It's going wonderful. I heard Pro won for $19.99. Heard you mention Saturday morning cartoons, the YouTube channel known as Super Saturday Morning plays Saturday morning cartoons every Saturday morning. Really? So that's
That's
cool.
actually
Plays
really
a bunch
cool.
of the classics. That's awesome.
Wow.
So hang on. So Super Saturday morning.
Up now.
That's kind of cool, actually. I'm looking at it right now.
I'm subscribed to that for sure.
Super.
That's awesome, man. Thanks for letting us know about that. That's
Hell
really
yeah.
cool.
Super Saturday morning. Let's see.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure enough. I see it right here.
Yeah.
Look at that. Okay, there you go. Hey, we
Nice.
got a fan. There we go. That's cool, man. Thanks for letting us know.
Yeah, yeah. That's great.
That's awesome. They don't have a. Let's see.
They have
hang on.
65 subs. Am I looking at the right channel?
Are you plugging it? That's okay. That's okay.
I respect it.
I respect the grift, but so this most recent video is 7 hours long.
Yeah, they're all like the rotation of that date, I guess.
Wow.
Really?
Saturday morning. So we've
Hey,
got like
that's
Ghostbusters
amazing.
cartoon, Turtles, Super Mario Brothers cartoon, and classic Transformers.
Oh yeah, I'm
Aw.
skimming it right now. Yeah.
Okay.
That's really
a-
cool, man.
If this
That's-
is your channel, hella respect. 'Cause
Yeah.
You just got this in front of 2,500 people. Plus, we got 300 on Rumble. So nearly 3,000 people. Respect to you. because I'm sure a lot of people
play this without getting in trouble. Oh,
I don't know.
Space
I don't.
Ghost.
Yeah, I don't know how you're able to get away with that. So, but you just promoted it to 3,000 people. So we'll see what happens. So
Nice.
Let's see. But yeah, it's pretty awesome. It's a great channel. Steel David Hitch says, just resent it. Yep, I got it. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Cole Howell says, hi, Jeremy, in a non-gay way. 199. Hell 199. Greetings from Estonia. Just got home from work. Starting from the beginning. Have a great weekend with your family, Jeremy. Thank you. Appreciate that. Former theater manager here. The free indie tickets aren't really free. Theaters still get paid their portion, showing that Disney themselves are, in a way, paying theaters for them. Yeah. Yep. 100%. Hey, guys, the new Superman actor is 6'4", same height as Christopher Reeve. Cavill is only 6 foot. Also, Amy Adams was a terrible Lois. Yes, she was. Even my boy Beard, even Beardo, and now Josiah agrees with that. She was awful.
Yeah.
She was awful. Did y'all like Immortals? Henry got me to work out. I haven't seen Immortals. I haven't seen
it either.
No,
I am not familiar with that one. Wonder Woman 1984 or The Flash? Which was better or worse?
The Flash was
probably better. Yeah.
What? You think so?
I
Really?
think The Flash was probably better. I only saw Wonder Woman I don't even know if I finished Wonder Woman 1984, to be honest with you, though. They both were fucking terrible.
They were.
I have to say this. Wonder Woman to me was boring. Like, I was bored. The Flash was stupid, but it kept me watching to just see how dumb it's gonna get.
That's fair.
I think that's where I was at.
I don't even know. I don't even know if I can answer it because I don't remember much about Wonder Woman 1984, and Flash I just hated. So I don't even know if I can answer it properly.
Yeah, I think you're right. Wonder Woman I was just bored.
Yeah. At least Gal Gadot's hot.
That does help a lot. Yeah.
I mean, having to look at Ezra Miller for
but the whole thing, like Gal Gadot's old flame takes over somebody else's bot. Like that was just weird.
Yeah, that was weird. That was weird. So Florida J and letting out the family cat. KK busting out the old coffee stained knee pads to get Ray movie done.
Pretty much.
Where Jay Tapia, where's Ryan? He hasn't called me Joe today. Oh man. Let's see. Hey guys, Josiah, I mean this is the most respectful way. You and Ryan are my favorite faces of news when taking a morning shit. Thank you both.
Thank you, man.
I wasn't here for that.
Jimbo says, when you said a perfect clip for it, I thought you were going to play the Kanye "This is effing retarded" clip. Also, thanks for whoever got me a membership. Hey, we have a very, very giving audience here. A lot of memberships always given out. So that's super cool. Really appreciate all that. The modern woman and modern gay has no concept of true friendship. Therefore, they cannot grasp connection without romantic investment. Interesting point there.
Yeah.
M Campia U fan says Jay had more crackling chemistry with a foam banana.
Hey, it took me a second
we celebrate our insurrection. What?
Where is that banana?
I don't know, and I don't think I want to know. I don't know.
Probably right.
In honor of the new indie film, I'll be celebrating it by showing my nephews the original trilogy in the home theater this weekend. Hope that film craters at the box office.
That's the way to do it.
Right it will. It will.
There's nothing keeping it from not.
It will. There is also a Saturday morning cartoon, Max Out. And Jeremy, 1-2, everybody switch seems cringe, but it's up to you. But the AEW Fight Forever could be a mini Geeks and Gamers game night, and I hope Lucasfilm hires Carrie Smith. Yeah, I mean, 1-2 switch does look cringe. I'm really not interested in 1-2 switch at all. And as far as the AEW game, if there's enough interest, I will be more than happy to try and check out that game and play it here for Geeks and Gamers. So Indiana Jones and the Dial of Dementia.
So Dune just released their teaser trailer.
Another one?
Is this the same one? It's the first one I've seen.
Yeah, they released the trailer for Dune Part 2.
Yeah.
They just tweeted this out 9 minutes ago.
Oh, how long is it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll put it in the private chat. Y'all can correct
David 450. Beardo just said it. 50. Culture Win Drag the Dead video game is done Saturday with Steam. Almost a month awaiting approval. A 2-day process. Missed release. No issue with game. Demanded proof. Zane knew he was part of the game. Done. Launch soon. Also banned in China. Geeks and Gamers want a key? Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Email jeremy@geeksandgamers.com. Give me all the info. I would love to see
That's
what
really
you got.
cool. That's
Hell
awesome,
yeah.
man. Good job.
That's awesome, man. Love to see that. So thank you, David. So yeah, jeremy@geeksandgamers.com. Shoot me an email, and I would love to hear more about it. So thank you for the $50 super chat, and best of luck with your game. All right, you want to show me what you got, Jay?
It's in the private chat. It might be something you've already seen. I just saw it on Twitter.
I'm going to be honest. I haven't even seen the first trailer. I'm trying to avoid all the trailers for Dune Part 2.
Okay.
Well, but if you guys want to show it, I'll just step away for a second.
No, I'm pretty sure this is the same one.
Okay, it's 3 minutes long.
I'm pretty sure that's the same one. It's
but
new?
they just
okay.
I'm just
it
saying
is
they
new?
just tweeted it now, so I didn't know.
It's a 3-minute trailer. I'm not going to play it, but it is
it's
new.
Warner Brothers. You will get clipped.
Yes, they will. They may even block it. It's ridiculous how they are about that shit. I love the first Dune movie. I loved it. I thought it was amazing. I am mega hyped for this one, and I'm kind of on the same boat with Josiah, even though I did see the first trailer. That trailers are showing way too much at this point, man. Holy shit, they're showing way too much. And
if it's a movie that I know I'm looking forward to and stuff, I'm just trying to avoid all the trailers for them and stuff.
Yeah,
I did the same thing with John Wick 4 too. So
yeah. Jeremy, Alex Jones on Mario Kart win. One day, hopefully. Erica says, my 18-year son loves the original NG trilogy, and he is offended by Dial of Destiny. Also, Jay's young lady has me cackling.
There's no R there.
I know. I keep wanting to say crackling. Even when you said it, I was like, I want to say crackling. So cackling. Jay, cackling is going to be your new meme.
Jay's young lady? Who's my young lady?
Probably some young indie. Since you're young, indie, you're a young man. You're like what, 22?
Yeah.
So
22 going on 59.
the crackening. But all right, we're gonna leave it there. Geeks and Gamers Daily in the books. Did you like having Josiah here? Chat,
I did.
Did you like it? Did you like having Jay here? Also, shout out to Rumble, 300 people. 300 people over on Rumble. Thank you guys so very much. David, shoot me that email with the code. I would love to check that out. And other than that, Vinny said no, he doesn't like having Josiah here, so you're not coming back over, Josiah.
Well, if Vinny said so, then it's over.
It's over. So, but good show today. Thank you to Josiah. Thank you to Jay for being here. I appreciate it. And that's it. You guys got anything going on? Epic verse stuff? Drunk? You got anything you want to plug really quick?
My live stream kicks off with Fear the Beardo at 12:30.
All right.
Over on my channel. I'm only one sub away from 73,800.
There we go.
Nice.
Let's go.
I'll probably get that over there today.
Yeah, you'll probably get that sub today. So
yep. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Josiah.
Just continuing to work on Epic Verse stuff. Obviously,
there was some sarcasm in Josiah saying that. It's just
I know. You'll probably get that one sub, Jay. I only gain 1,000 an hour, but you'll get that one. Somebody will like you.
You got this, buddy. I believe in you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, we don't have anything quite yet to show for Epic Verse, but we're working on a couple things that we might be releasing for kind of some teasers and stuff over the next couple months. So yeah, so keep your eyes peeled for that.
Hell yeah. Let's see. Those who cannot conceive friendship. God damn it jumped on me. Those who cannot conceive friendship as a substantive love, but only as a disguise or elaboration of eros, betray the fact that they have never met a friend. C.S. Lewis. Thank you for that. And Josiah is on Kick, as all of us are.
Yeah,
and
man.
I got a new streaming software that we may be checking out, and we might be streaming more from there. It might be pretty interesting. We'll see. All right, guys. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Subscribe to Drunk 3PO. He's got his live show of Fear the Beardo coming up here in just 15 minutes. He needs that 1 sub. So thank you guys so very much. Have a great day, and we will talk to all of you later.
See you, everyone.
Shit, we have here Jay Tapia. No one deserves 100K subs like Jay. Keep going. Thank you.
Man. Maybe
appreciate
one day.
it, guys.
I appreciate it.
Have a good night, and we will talk to you later. Bye.